Run it up, then run it back. Run it up, then run it back. Run it up, run it back. Run it up, then run it back.
Embiid, Brunson, Luka.
Well, guys, we have a problem. First of all, this is Run It Back, FanDuel TV. I'm Michelle Chandler Lou. Yes, but that animation is about to get real weird here because Giannis isn't playing and LeBron's about to not be playing.
That's
so
true.
Are we changing that? How's
We need
that
to make
work?
some edits to that.
We gotta make some edits
Toronto.
to the ends. Yes, this is Run It Back. And Chandler, I'll say this. You were almost 100% right yesterday.
Leave it up to the Lakers to smoke my parlay.
Yeah, you wanted everyone at home to win last night.
were
Two of them
close.
did.
I started tooting my own horn, too, in the group chat.
You did.
I started bragging, and then they laid it in.
Close to, it was a bounce back day. It was close. You
Good
almost
for
made
you,
it.
though, for falling for it.
Bounce back day for Parsons.
This was, okay, so that was the 8th point.
That's
that was
probably
right
what
up.
I texted you.
It was amazing, and that was it. Nuggets are now up 3-0. Here's the deal: 11th straight win over this team. It's just weird now. Jokic with 24, 15, and 9. Gordon had 29. Murray with 22. And on the Lakers side, AD and LeBron with a combination 59 points there. But yeah, Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. combined for 49 points and 25 rebounds. Look. We can talk about this Lakers-specific series here in a second, but I don't understand who's stopping this Nuggets team, period.
Yeah, I mean, they're the heavy favorite. I think they've been the heavy favorite all year long. They're the most consistent team. They have the best player and probably the best duo. I think it's time we start giving that duo credit because we didn't in the beginning of the season, even though they were coming off a championship. But Aaron Gordon is the perfect fit for this offense, for Mike Malone, and for Jokic. And what bothers you as you're an opposing team, it's mostly just effort. It's effort, it's energy, it's strength, it's him crashing the glass, it's him being in the right spot. It's usually him finishing at the rim, so he's getting a lot of easy buckets. And then on the flip side, Michael Porter, it's the opposite. He's taking these long contested step back twos, but he's such a shot maker and he's such an elite scorer that when he gets hot like this, you just know the next one's going in. So when you have these two guys playing at this elite level and we're opening up talking about them and not the best duo in the NBA, that's a recipe for disaster for the Lakers, especially when they're getting this much production from those guys. But it's a great fit. And this is why we talked about them and the Boston Celtics having the best starting five because they have so many guys that are capable of doing this all night long, all season long, and they get something different from everybody. You know what you're going to get from Jokic. You usually know what you're going to get from Jamal Murray. And now all of a sudden you're getting KCP as 15, and then these guys go off, and then all of a sudden Christian Braun has the big game. So there's such a balanced, short, rotational team, but that 5, 6, 7 they go deep is so elite.
You talk about balance, right? I don't think a lot of guys realize Michael Porter Jr. is a high draft pick. Aaron Gordon was a #1 guy in Orlando.
Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 player in high school, and then he had the back
Absolutely.
thing. It was supposed to be insane.
Absolutely.
The back thing was bad.
Aaron Gordon, #1 guy in Orlando. He's been in a position where a team was his. Reggie Jackson was even the #1 guy in Detroit. These are guys that you're considering your supporting cast. These are guys who's been considered the best player on the teams to come in and be role players, 3 and 4 options on this team. It makes the Denver Nuggets so much so dangerous in so many different ways, and it's just a bad matchup for the Lakers, man.
Yeah.
Did we both get our prop parties right yesterday?
Probably not.
I think we did.
I think I did.
I think I did too. Interesting. I just wanted to point it out.
You know what? It wasn't my prop party. I just went rogue and said all the home teams were going to win. I had Austin Reeves over, which he definitely went over, but I think I had
You had Lakers.
yeah.
You did.
You definitely
Because
had.
we had Moneyline Nuggets.
Yeah, that's right.
The Lakers side, though, things are not going well. It's that time of year to get out your LeBron decoder machine because he was talking after the game.
I'm not a guy that you should ask that because I don't feel a way about anybody that don't want to strive to be as close to perfect as possible. And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
I think I speak for all of us when I feel like AD's face was that. What? What did he just say? I don't like when you lose a game, right? Or when you're down in the dumps and then you downplay it like it's just basketball. It's not just basketball. This is our livelihood. This is what you play for. This is what you train for. This is why you spend millions of dollars year round, LeBron, is for basketball. He knows that.
To win. So I don't like when you downplay this and make it seem like, oh, it's just a game at the end of the day. Like, I can't stand that. And listen, what's frustrating is this team has played well enough to compete. They've been up in all of these games.
Double digits.
They've been up in every single one of them. And the Nuggets, to their credit, they don't let up. They continue to grind you. They continue to play and just continue. Whether the shots are falling or not, they do what they do. The Lakers don't. They get inconsistent. They go away from what works. They end up taking bad shots. Guys are too up and down and inconsistent with their shot taking. It's tough. And when you're down 2-0, Game 3 is the most critical game, right? No one's ever come back from 3-0. A lot of teams have come back from 2-1. So this game was so huge. They had it. They got off to such a great start. The crowd was involved. And then it's like their focus shifts, their offense changes. They stop doing what got them there and got them that initial lead. So I don't love this quote. I feel like LeBron always kind of says things like this. And the series also isn't over. Like that was like a deflated. I know they're pissed. I know they're frustrated, but they still have another home game. Like send it back to Denver. But after that, I'm gonna put a lot of money on the Nuggets Game 4 because this is a wrap.
The body language is not good.
Yeah, I didn't love it, and it's context. You're at the press conference after a game. It's okay to answer basketball questions, and so to say it's just basketball in that moment, it's a red flag. It sends the alarms off, especially when you still got some basketball to play left. We don't know how much. 3-0, no team has ever come back to be down 3-0 in the playoffs. We don't know how much basketball you got left, but as the leader of the troops, I would want my message to be completely different than this, and so I wasn't feeling this.
Can I play devil's advocate for a second? And I can't believe I'm about to do this and almost defend him, but I'm reading it differently because this is a team and an organization that does like to throw somebody under the bus. And Frank Vogel, we always remember you. But this is what they do, right? And we've already had the Darvin Ham sort of being thrown under the bus by AD. I'm almost reading it as though he says all the weird gibberish before that about not feeling a certain way about anybody that doesn't strive to be as close to perfect as possible. That I didn't get. But then maybe he's also throwing Darvin Ham under the bus because why can't we win these games? It is basketball. It's not that hard.
Well, put an address on it.
Yeah.
I mean, listen.
Well, he doesn't do that, though.
Also, find me anybody in the world that can coach this Lakers team to victory against this Denver Nuggets team.
Well,
I don't care. Bring Phil Jackson, bring Pop. There's no coach that can coach that team to beat that team. There's no way.
And you got to coach what you got. They're just not getting a lot of production outside of the guys that are household names. You every time they go to their bench, they drop a lead. And I don't want to be critical of the Lakers, but that's the reality. The starting five, they do a great job. They build leads. They play with a lot of energy. Then you start subbing. Denver has a deeper bench. Denver has a better supporting cast than the Los Angeles Lakers, and I think that's where the games get a little turbulent for the Lakers when they have to start making subs.
But you're LeBron James, man. Just go up there and take the bullet. Say we got to be better, man. We're right there. We're doing a lot of things right. We can just adjust. We got to keep our foot on the gas. Second half.
But he sees the writing on the wall.
Just say that. Like everyone knows how great you are. Everyone knows how great you've been this season in this series. Like don't go in here and say this kind of stuff.
But we also
you're
expect
deflecting
this.
and. Yeah, but I just don't think you should. I don't agree with it. Yeah, let's just take it. You're LeBron. No one's gonna blame you, dude. Maybe Darvin Ham gets fired. Maybe D'Lo gets shipped out. Maybe everyone makes fun of AD for being hurt. It's not gonna be you. So don't say that.
I'm glad you brought up D'Angelo Russell. Didn't have a great game. I think that's fair to say. 0 for 7, 0 of 6 from 3, and 0 points in the 24 minutes that he played. But this will be the moment that we all probably remember from this guy. The huddle's happening. It's just out of sight here. He's down there. There's the huddle. He's eating what looks like to be a sandwich or something.
This is late, though, right?
But what's happening here?
I mean, I think he assumes the game's over.
This is a...
Silver pants are distracting, but yes.
It's a bad look. It's a bad look. There's no way around it. It's a bad look. It's bad optics, bad timing, it's bad everything.
It really is.
Come on, Lo. You had an amazing season. You've been champion, you've been revered, you've been celebrated, how you've been able to play for the Lakers. Don't let this be the last thing that fans and the organization remember from you in a bad moment. Stay professional, keep your head right, keep your name straight. We've had these conversations, and I don't like the optics of it, especially after a game where you struggle and everything. When it rains and pours, but you don't want to do it like this. Come on, D-Lo.
And it's a tough night. Everyone goes through this, right? It's a tough night. He was fantastic last game. He'll probably be fantastic next game. It's part of that's who he is.
His roller coaster?
He's a roller coaster. He's a scorer. He takes some bad shots, but a lot of times they go in, so you live and die with it. But he's going to have bad, inefficient nights like this. But
he said he was dominant, though, before. Remember?
It's the other stuff. It's that kind of video that people are going to talk about and then pile on with the 0 for 7. It's just not a good look.
Like we talk about reputations, right? And so he has the type of reputation. He can play amazing for 40 games in a row. The moment that he does this, the lights are gonna be shined on it. So, and we're aware. Trust me, Chandler will tell you, players are always aware. We know when we're trying to make a statement. We know when we're trying to bring attention to us being displeased. We know when the camera's on us. We are always aware during these games. This was unnecessary. The LeBron comment was unnecessary. It's still basketball to be played. I would like the energy to be different coming out of it.
You make it good because there are a lot of little things that you can do, like I know if I'm pissed off and all the coaches have their hand out when I'm coming off the floor, I won't go. You cannot give my high five.
You go the scenic route.
Everyone stands up to cheer on someone. You're the only one sitting down. There's little subliminal messages that you can send, and this I feel like was definitely one of them, but
it was not subtle.
Also, but who are you mad at? You're the one.
Yeah,
well,
I just don't love it. He's having a great season, man. Go out with your head high.
Yeah, the trade deadline to now.
Yeah, the trade deadline, the talks.
You've had an amazing season. Don't let this be the last thing that people remember you.
But again, knowing him, he could go have 40 in game 4.
No, you're right.
And then that, you know what I mean? That's who he is.
Look, I don't know if this was a way. I don't know what his future plans look like. I don't know if he's going to be a Laker next season, what have you. But it does feel like he was piling on to what was already happening as well, and it's the Darvin Ham taking all of the blame. Because the boos were also coming from the crowd last night. There was a chant, fire Darvin, which, that's fun to hear when you're at home, I'm sure. And then you got a player down there
Sick
eating.
home court advantage.
Yeah, it's all of it is just all painting the picture that perhaps Saturday will be Darvin Ham's last game coaching the Lakers. Yes or no?
No, I think you get one more shot at it. And again, this is not an easy task. Like I said, there's not one person on the planet that could probably make adjustments and substitutions and set up an offense to beat this Denver Nuggets team if you're coaching this Lakers team. They're just outmanned, they're outmatched, they're way too talented. And it's not fair to be booing him at home. Again, there are high expectations when you're the coach of the Lakers, and there's even higher expectations when you're coaching LeBron James. So there is pressure to win, and when you're not winning and you're getting your shit kicked in at home and you're losing, yes.
Wait a minute, I have a question.
You have a question?
Because would you say that the Boston Celtics' talent is far greater than what the Heat is putting on the floor right now? Because Eric Spoelstra figured out some stuff.
And again, is Darvin Ham the greatest coach? Is he?
No.
No.
But is there someone better?
But it's
I think there's
scenarios, right? Like, yes, the Miami Heat, but you don't have a LeBron James to plug in. You know what I'm saying? You don't have an Anthony Davis to plug in.
Pieces.
You have to, right. So Miami played completely different when LeBron was there. You had to adjust you didn't put in a system for them. You had to put the ball in their hands at that time and say, go win us basketball games.
Well, then it's their fault.
Yeah.
It's got to be somebody's fault.
But shouldn't the Lakers can't fire a coach every season.
But shouldn't they find their Spoelstra? Shouldn't they find their guy and have their?
Who's their video coordinator? Let's start there.
Yeah, where's their Dagnall? Where's their again? And I don't think he's the greatest coach. I'm sure he's a great guy, but
sure.
That's a tough job. It's a tough job. I wouldn't want it. Coaching LeBron, as tough, as great as he is, like it's very fickle, and I don't love it, and I wouldn't want it at all. But is he the one to blame? Could he do a better job? Yes, but is he the actual one to blame and to fire? I don't.
Call a spade a spade. The team is built bad. They've been built bad this season, but they've competed.
They bring in Spencer. He hasn't been great. Everyone's talking about Gabe Vincent, get healthy. He's been pretty bad.
Yeah, you got to give the Lakers credit. They've brought in guys that you feel like would help this team get over the hump. They just hadn't been very good. That's just the reality of it. You can blame whoever you want to blame. These guys have come in. They're supposed to be really good role players, supporting cast. They haven't lived up to the hype, and it's shown in the wins and the losses. But give the Lakers credit. They've competed. They put themselves in a position to even be here in the first round in the first place for a team that was teetering around 9 or 10. Finished the season at 7. Now you've run into the big bad wolf. They've had your number way before this, so we can blame a lot of people. We knew it before this series even started. It was a bad matchup for them.
Yeah.
But a sweep is.
Torian Prince had their only bench points until last night.
Jeez, come on.
That's
Darvin Ham's fault.
That's not Darvin Ham's fault.
He can't coach that.
The other game, there were actually 2 other games. That was disrespectful. But this one.
What was the third game?
Shut up. Knicks Sixers. Embiid had 50 in the win, 125-114. He also had 8 rebounds.
Campaign.
I know. Maxey, 25-7 and 4. Brunson with 39. Hart, 26 and 6. But the domination of Embiid would be part of the story of this one with the 50-piece. We'll start there, first of all. When he plays like that, who stops him?
Nobody. And when he plays like this, if he didn't get hurt, he would have won back-to-back MVPs, and it wouldn't even have been close. This is a guy that's dominant. And listen, I love Jokic. I think he is the best player in the NBA, and the things he does is special. But that doesn't mean that Joel Embiid isn't just as dominant and can carry this team. And we're talking about Philadelphia 76ers team who had real championship hopes and to be in contention with him healthy. And the fact that he's doing this with a knee, and I've had exactly what he has.
That brace and everything?
And the surgery and the rehab, and that was what, 9-10 weeks ago, and the fact he's going to put a 50 ball on the New York Knicks on a Tibbs coach defense that's tough and rugged and physical. This dude's unbelievable. You cannot stop him. You have to double team him. There's not one like Jokic. Jokic can't guard him either. So as dominant as Jokic is, I think he sees the floor a little better and he plays point guard almost as like a center position.
Yeah.
Joel's more like a Shaq. He is just going to go through you. He is going to dominate you. He's mastered the skill of getting fouled and getting to the free throw line, but. This guy, as an MVP and someone who would have won it again, it's crazy because he still doesn't get that much credit and he still doesn't get talked about enough because that MVP was his for sure. And he dominated this game last night.
Super efficient, too. Only missing 6 shots, shooting 20 free throws, 19 for 21 from the free throw line. Top to bottom, this was a dominant performance. Like, is it concerning that he's playing so many minutes and he's dominating? Absolutely not. In the playoffs, you don't practice anyways. At this point, you're just, it's all meetings and walkthroughs. Nobody's practicing. Nobody's going live right now. Only time that he's doing anything physical are these actual games. And he's clear to play in them. Once you step inside the lines, all excuses are out. This is a huge dominating win. And this is what we talked about. The New York Knicks are in trouble if Joel Embiid can play this way. Now, to their credit, though, nothing good's happened yet. Both teams have won on their home courts. Until somebody wins an away game, that's when this series really starts. New York Knicks are still in a good position, but if you can't stop this man from getting 50, that's going to change very fast.
This is where the voting, especially for MVP, should wait till the end. Because if Joel Embiid comes back and they beat this Knicks, and how is he not? I know the 65-game threshold,
but
this
disqualified.
I know he is for sure, but I'm saying this is where that rule is stupid, and they should wait and vote till the end because this is when it matters. This is when the MVP dominates. This is when the MVP goes and has 50 when your team's down.
I wouldn't mind that because if we're talking about MVP, they should be in the playoffs.
They should get to the finals.
Right.
Like they
should.
It should matter when you win. That's the whole point of being the most valuable player is you help your team win.
Well, look, they were at home last night. It was a little friendlier than it would have been at the Garden. But this was the play that if you've been in the Twitter streets this morning and last night, got a lot of people talking. Grabs Mitchell Robinson. That's not cool. And it was ruled a flagrant 1, which is immediate uproar. So let me ask you, should it have been a flagrant 2, which then would have been an ejection?
Yeah, I gotta be honest. This is
dangerous.
Come on, man.
I thought this was a play that was worth being ejected for. Not just Joel. Anybody that does this, I thought it would be ejected. Like, could you imagine if that was a Draymond Green? Draymond Green probably looking at a 10-game suspension for this same play. He was frustrated from not getting a foul call the play before that, and he found him. And he thought he thought he got fouled. Came down. Thought he took a charge that wasn't called. Got frustrated. Mitchell Robinson, wrong place at the wrong time. He lashed out. It was frustration, and he got the flagrant 1 call. On the flip side of that, it motivated him. That's when he really started to get going.
Great.
That's when it pissed him off, and he really started playing. But this is a dirty play. I don't love this. It's a very dangerous play. I don't like to see it.
And we're not gonna Robinson was hurt so long.
Yeah, we're not going to give him the benefit of the doubt because it was Joel Embiid. This is a dirty play.
All right, that's what DiVincenzo said too. Dirty.
It wasn't clean. It wasn't clean.
Can you say
again, with Robinson coming down like that, he's just helpless. He's in the air. You can't do this. And I think it helped Joel that it was early. I think it helped Joel that it was Joel.
Oh, because they want to kick him out.
They can't kick out the best player on the other team down 2-0. But again, is that fair? No.
And I think it helped that he just walked away.
And it helps he has a good rep. He's never done this
just
before.
He's never if he stands up and he's barking and he's going crazy, it might be taken in a different
You know what else
direction.
would have helped to get him tossed? If Mitchell Robinson milked it and acted like he was really hurt.
Yeah.
Then it's a situation.
That's funny, too, because at the Garden in the last games, they've been doing the F Joel Embiid chants, and some Knicks fans were just like, I don't really feel like we hate him. Like, well, that just changed. So when they go back to the Garden, that's
what's hard. I played with Trae Young, and the only thing that he did was just play basketball really good, and he got F Trae Young.
Yeah, but he threw it in their faces. You know that.
And Joel, he's a troll on like Twitter.
And
he claps back. He talks shit. He throws the suck it to the crowd. Like he definitely asked for it, and that's his personality. He's hilarious. I love him, but this play was probably unnecessary, and I'm glad it just didn't end badly with Robinson being in and out of the lineup. Like you said, he's been hurt. Yeah. He's in the air. You can't do that. And I think if it was anyone else other than him, I think they're flagrant 2 and they're tossed.
Okay, but what about the groin kick? Are we going to show that? Because I feel like this was a weird.
God, there's another one.
Wait, there's more.
It's like, this is weird too. Like that's
not as bad as the foul, but also not good. Draymond's been tossed for this as well.
What's his
but again,
deal with
we're
Mitchell
talking
Robinson? Leave him alone, man. I don't know. There's a lot going on in
and
this
Mitchell
game.
Robinson is coming off the bench and getting all this treatment.
Yeah, right? Like, poor guy. Like, what is your problem with me? You know what? Tibbs was asked about this after the game. Here he is.
Flagrant one on Joel Embiid.
Which one? The one they called or the one they didn't call? Okay. Oh, okay. All right. I just want to make sure we have clarity on that.
Did you see that as the proper? Was it flagrant one, or did you feel like?
I don't even know. Like I guess they had. What did they have? 33 free throws. Yeah.
I just love Tibbs. Look, Josh Hart also said, and I did think this was interesting because if you watched game 2 and then you watched last night, you have that 2-minute report just sort of sitting in your brain. Josh Hart said that he knew that the game would be called like this because of game 2. Do you think that had an impact?
No.
Nothing?
No. Listen, this is like guard.
Listen to the Knicks fan.
This is, yeah.
No, I mean, you don't think that all eyes are on the refs? Like, guys.
Is there a little bit of home
up.
cooking in the playoffs? Sure, but this is like, how do you referee Shaq, right? Back in the day, he got more free throws than everyone. So was Joel Embiid. And the Knicks, they have one person on their team that plays like aggressive like that and tries to draw fouls. It's Jalen Brunson. And he had 12 free throws. It's not like DiVincenzo's trying to get to the line. It's not like, they don't. So it's not a fair argument because that's what Joel Embiid does. He's a dominant big guy. They try to hack. And by the way, they deadass hacked him on about 16 of these free throws. So maybe 5 of them are questionable calls where he kind of does the James Harden thing, and he's mastered that. But it's not like he's going to the basket. He does it when they're in the bonus also, which is brilliant because he gets to slow down. He gets to get his breath back. And he's done a really good job with that. But again, it's 2 different players. It's 2 different styles. You can't argue about a dominant big guy that's double teamed and hack all night long, getting more free throws than you're like hustling guards on the Knicks. I mean, it's 2 different games.
Yeah, it's an art to it, right? Like, you got to let him land. You're not going to block his 7-foot jump shot. And he plays into all of that. Never have we seen a big man catch the ball in the post or the three-point line, and he's actually coming at you with a live dribble, and you're a center yourself. You don't know how to guard it. You got to give Joel Embiid credit. He knows how to rig up the game for his liking. If there comes down to 50-50 plays where you should call a foul or you shouldn't, we know in the NBA it's going to go towards the offensive player's benefit for that. And Joel Embiid understands the rules like the back of his hand. He understands. The Knicks should know this as well. This should be talked about in film. It should be talked about in the scouting report. Don't foul him on jump shots.
Right.
Allow him space to land. You got to live with something. How the Knicks are guarding them, they're trying to stop everything, and you're not. You can't stop everything. You got to pick your poison. Are we going to allow him to be a jump shooter, or is he going to be super aggressive and we're going to foul him? Give him credit. He knows when he's in a bonus. He knows when guys are going to land. He's aware of your hands at all the time. That is an art. So for him to draw 20 free throws, you guys just got to guard better.
And I'll tell you this, in game 4, if I'm the Knicks, there is no way in hell this man is having 50. There's no way in hell that he's even put the ball down. I'm double teaming him, and I'm making guys like Oubre and Tobias Harris and Nicholas Batum. I'm making those guys beat me. No way it's going to be Joel Embiid getting 50 in game 4.
Well, and they don't play again until Sunday early, so they have
Great
like a
also
nice
for
break.
Joel.
This is great for Joel.
No, it's rigged. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Raptors point guard, former Knick, Immanuel Quickley, joins the show. We'll be back.
Oh, what up, Quick?
Run it up, run it back, 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 run it up, and run it back, run it back, run it up, then run it.
Real quick, I've been going to the top, yeah, real quick.
Instant offense for Immanuel Quickley.
Real quick, hit it real quick.
That's an art.
There he is, 4-year
an
vet,
art.
Toronto Raptors point guard, career highs in points and assists. Immanuel Quickley joins the show. This is awesome.
IQ.
Oh, no.
I know when my season ended.
This is
When
a
my
bad start.
season ended, I was on a plane smoking straight to Cabo. Your season ended a couple weeks ago. Have you done anything cool? Did you go anywhere, or are you just chilling?
Went to Jamaica. Literally just got back yesterday.
probably go to my mom's school later today, go see her. But other than that, I've just been chilling.
I like the Jamaica part.
And we saw the video yesterday of your teammate Scotty Barnes singing atrociously in Cancun. You weren't there? You weren't part of that?
That wasn't horrible.
It wasn't bad.
I don't think I'd have got on stage with him out acting like I didn't know who that was.
We speak this language well. That's reposado right there. That's reposado rapping right there. We speak that language well.
Yeah, not sober.
I mean, Maroon 5 for a karaoke song is a choice.
Is that what he rolled with, Maroon 5?
Yeah, it's Maroon 5.
Wow, good.
It was a crowd favorite. They were all singing. Okay, I'm always curious about guys that play professionally. When your season ends, do you sit down and watch the playoffs and keep up and do the finals, or are you just kind of like, I'm gonna clean slate it, be back next season?
Nah, I'm big. I'm a big basketball junkie, so I'm somebody that just likes to watch basketball all day. I even watch it sometimes with the volume off because you can, understand the game a little bit better. But I like to just, watch games all day, to be honest.
Okay, I like that. All right, so, Knicks fans were sad to see you go. You seemed sad to go. There was like this real love affair between you and the city and the fan base. But I wonder, if a team trades you, do you find yourself, now they're up 2-1 against Philly, do you root for them? Do you root against them? How does that work?
No, I mean, I still got a lot of ties to that team, obviously. I just talked to Johnny Bryant last night, the assistant coach. So still talk to a lot of those guys, still group message with a lot of those guys. So, I still, appreciate everything that organization did, but it was just, business is business, and it was time to, move on to the next phase.
Well, then, so you would agree that the Embiid foul on Mitchell Robinson was dirty?
Hey, man, I ain't trying to get fined. I don't know if I still can. But if that was anybody else, I don't know if you get the same call.
I said the same thing, IQ. I said, you know what? It wasn't clean.
Yeah, I
don't want to say the D word, but it wasn't clean.
The D.
Quick, you were traded mid-season. The Raptors gave you an opportunity, a fresh start, and I can relate. Once I went to Toronto, it feels like you're in another country. It feels like you're having a different experience than other NBA players, and it resets you. Were you excited about that trade? Were you a little disappointed, or were you happy that you got an opportunity to start, got the opportunity to do your thing, and you put up career numbers? How did you feel about the mid-season trade?
Well, I couldn't feel anything because I was asleep at first when I first got traded. But honestly, any changes is different. It's new. At first, I really didn't know what to think of it. But honestly, change is good for you. Opportunity is good for you. And I'm so glad that it happened. It was probably the best thing for my career as far as just trying to take next steps and trying to be a great basketball player and also a developing person. So I think it was good for me in all aspects.
Wait, so you're literally sleeping. You wake up to what? Texts, calls, everything? What?
I wake up to...
Shams tells you?
I didn't wake up to that one. I wake up to my agent call me in all caps with a whole bunch of exclamation points. And when you wake up, he said, call me, you're getting traded. Boom. I wake up to that. First thing I wake up to.
That's funny. That's like players find out.
The last time I got traded, my GM told me, you're good. You can go to sleep. You can take your pregame nap. We'll see you later. My agent called me 5 minutes later, said, hey, stay by your phone. Something is happening. I don't trust him. And I got traded. And I got traded at 2:45 before the 3 o'clock game.
What was his name?
Game of Thrones. Like, you're trying to get everybody in.
We made a deal.
Now.
You don't mention me. I don't mention you. It's all good.
But I'm out of here.
That's the deal me and him made.
What a shady game. Afterwards, Pat Bev was asked if Toronto got any dogs in the trade, and he referred to y'all as pups. You put those away for later?
I actually put it on my Instagram caption. I said, "Quickly, potential dog." I think that's one of the funniest interviews I've ever seen. The way he said pups was literally like a baby little dog type. It was really funny. So me and RJ, we always joke about that.
Pups are awesome. I don't even think that's
bad. Pat's he's one of those people, bro. He's gonna troll, but once you get to know him, once you're teammates with him, you wouldn't have it any other way.
Don't take that seriously.
And speaking of teammates, I wanted to ask you, did it make the trade easier that RJ Barrett went with you and he's from Toronto? Did he show you around? What was that like?
It was great, just to have somebody that was from the city. RJ he's a legend in Toronto before he even, put on a Raptor jersey. So it was pretty cool to see that as well. As soon as I got traded, I looked outside my hotel room because we were still in Indy, and RJ just like this. He couldn't wait to get to Toronto. So he was excited to go back home. Obviously, being from Mississauga, seeing all his family. So it was good.
What's the biggest difference between playing in Toronto and playing in New York City?
The biggest difference I'd probably say is obviously I think there's a lot of similarities. Both fan bases are incredible. I think the biggest difference though is just being in another country.
Toronto's a vibe though.
Toronto's awesome.
Toronto's
nice.
Yeah,
Toronto's nice. It's underrated.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest differences is driving, to be honest. People cut you off in New York, flick you up, flick your middle finger up
it's
to
a little
you,
bit more
but
peaceful
in Toronto,
in
they let you go by
They're
and
much
everything.
nicer.
Yeah.
Especially, listen, if you're a Raptor, they roll the red carpet out for you everywhere.
How quickly after the trade did Drake DM you?
Immediately.
Bro, Drake still ain't follow me, man.
What? No way.
He
That's my guy. I like Drake.
Come on,
We're
Sherry.
gonna get you that, Paulo. IQ, your former coach, the Knicks, Tom Thibodeau, was voted as the coach least wanted to play for. And what's funny is me and Lou, before we saw the list, they got our vote. And we picked Tibbs just because we're lazy, retired old guys that don't like getting taped for shoot around and don't want to play 42 minutes. When I was young, I would probably want to do that. 2 questions for you. Why is it tough playing for a guy like him because of those things, because the practices suck and training camps are 2-a-days? And did you vote in this poll?
I did not vote in this poll, man. I didn't even know what was going on. Nah, Tibbs is a great guy, man. He was great to play for. The practice part, I understand why guys just don't like practicing. I'm not one of those guys, but if you don't like practice, he's not for you because we gonna practice. I've had game days where we practice, like literally shoot around was like basically like a practice in the morning. So it's a little different.
Like there's contact when you're going through the scouting report. It's full blown contact, taped, like full blown practice on game day at 10 a.m.
No.
Nah, it was more like he'll just make you start over and do some full speed like 5-10 times on the shoot around, and we're all looking around like, come on, bro, again. And
that
you just keep going.
Yeah, he gonna find me in a locker room.
He's gonna find me.
Guys, your cardio would be so good.
Yeah,
So
Nah, you will be
too,
prepared for the game though. You're gonna
See?
be prepared for the game messing with Tibbs because he's gonna have you. You ain't going back down for nothing.
I kind of love it. I mean, I probably hate it, but I kind of love it. Just hearing about it makes me happy.
It's all fun and games till you
So you
get hurt.
have to do it.
And then until you get hurt.
You're right. So you're going to be a restricted free agent over the summer, and your team right now has an opportunity to match.
Pay him.
Whatever goes on out there. What's your mindset? Like, are you good with staying in Toronto? You want to see what's available?
Obviously, like I said earlier, business is always business. But, I love Toronto. I love being in Toronto since the day I got there. I say it all the time. They've done nothing but show me love. So, Toronto is obviously, if I could be there, that's where I want to be. But obviously, like, business is business. So my agent and stuff have to handle all that.
IQ, the way you play basketball, the way you can fit in any offense, get your money. Because any team would be lucky
banks
to
everywhere.
have you.
Hey, listen, it's banks everywhere.
There's a short window.
There's
a short window that we get paid,
cheese,
bro.
Banks everywhere.
Get your bread.
Get your cheese. Banks everywhere. Look, last year you put up a 40 at MSG last year, and at any level you get an opportunity to get a 40 ball. 40 ball is a 40. But you and I know as scorers, when you're trying to get that 40 and your last 2 shots are free throws, how nerve-wracking is that?
Bruh, oh my God. And Tibbs trying to take me out. I'm looking like, Tibbs,
Fine, now he wants to take you out. Now
I played 48 minutes in the other game. Nah, but those free throws, I said in the interview, those free throws was probably like the most nervous. I don't know why. It was like the most nervous free throws of my life. I just remember every workout I did throughout my whole life, like my whole life.
Put real pressure on yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I made them, but I was like, dang, thank God I made them.
Like Joel's last night, he had to make both to get 50.
That's the most nerve. That's got to be nerve.
By the way, IQ, I got to ask too. I saw it. You like to draw that contact on your ISOs, get to the free throw line. Did you watch a little Lou Will in your day to get that in your bag?
One of the first games that Lou Will told him he was one of my favorite players, bro. Lou, you one of the coldest players to ever touch a ball, bro. But look, when I dapped you up and did that video, bro, the Knicks fans didn't want me to start. They wanted me to be sixth man forever. I'm like, dang, I ain't gonna never
way to
start
get out of
my
there.
career.
Yeah, way to get out of there and get right. Because listen, I didn't escape it. I didn't get out. I didn't get out.
Nah, it was all good, man. I had a great time in New York, and I love playing there, so it was great.
You're a big video game dude. Are you guys gamers? I've never heard you talk about it. Are we too old? We're too old. But
I just never
James Bond GoldenEye was the last video game.
James Bond. Okay.
Yeah. Nintendo 64.
Okay, but your Twitch, it
cold,
literally says that you're a video gamer, a professional video gamer, and you hoop. So what are the games?
I'm big on 2K and big on Call of Duty.
And are you good with your rating on 2K? It looks like you have a 54 strength rating. I would imagine we don't love that, or we do.
Can't love that.
But the overall rating is 83.
Can do 10 push-ups with 54 strength?
Kevin Durant could have benched 185 at the combine. That doesn't mean anything.
Wait, college? What you guys? None of that?
No,
I mean we know the games, Michelle.
Well,
I know like FIFA and Call of Duty. I know it, but I just not.
I have an NBA Jam machine at my house. Does
Yeah,
that
like
count?
I'm into that.
old
Like Golden
arcade.
Tee back in the day.
Yeah, I know what Golden.
But we're old.
Yeah.
It takes quarters still.
I'm done with you. IQ, this has been awesome. I know you were missed in New York. I hope your summer plans are just amazing, and whatever happens is the best. So we appreciate the time.
Congrats, bro, on everything.
Congrats. Good luck this summer,
get
bro.
Your money real quick.
Appreciate y'all.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Appreciate y'all. Absolutely.
Run it back, run it up, run it back, run it up, run it back, run it up, run it back.
I'm almost embarrassed how much I love Fitter Brick, but it's a playoff edition.
Here we go.
He's stagecoach ready.
These boots are made for a walk. Is that Luca?
You know it is.
I love it, Luke.
You know what? I like
He looks
this.
like he works at a
I
Texas
love
Roadhouse as a waiter.
Will you spit the
it.
peanut shells on the floor? Fantastic.
That's what's vibing
I'm surprised you know that. That's it.
I'm
That's
white
good
trash
right
from
there.
Florida. I know Texas Roadhouse.
He said it. Is that even Stagecoach? That feels like it's too much.
We
for
like
Stagecoach.
this. Like if I'm not wearing that.
This is
So
like
that's-
CMT awards or bull riding. Could be bull riding.
appropriate.
Yeah,
I like
that's
it.
like Yellowstone. That's not.
That's what it is.
I feel like if I
Yeah.
ever went country, this is my flow.
You're going country this
Sweet
weekend.
nose.
I gotta find some boots, bro.
Lou, I vote against this idea. Just the boots, nothing else.
I
I mean,
listen, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. I'm a black cowboy this weekend. Yeehaw.
Okay, moving on. SGA.
Like, oh dear.
I don't know.
Filming
Somehow
a
it's
video
cool
game?
because it's his.
The Riddler.
It's-
Nope. Fit ain't there, young
That's
fella.
a green screen prank waiting to happen.
Nah, we ain't
I
gonna-
like it.
Listen, we like 98% of his outfits. This one didn't hit. This one didn't. This one
it's
didn't.
I
crazy.
might love the bag. I'm pretty
Nah,
sure I love
smooth.
the bag.
The G-Wagon's cool.
Nah, smooth.
G-Wagon's always good.
Yeah.
We don't hate those.
This was
That's
brick
fine.
for
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's
okay.
a lot of green. That's a
He
lot
looks great though.
that's a lot
Kelly
of Joker
Oubre.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
I don't hate it.
Why not?
It's a lot. I mean,
I'm digging it.
Yeah.
I'm digging it.
What's the jacket? Is this some? I can't tell.
We don't know. We're old.
I'm squinting. I'm like, is that-
Varsity jacket. It's.
that
I don't even
fancy?
know.
can't
He's stylish though.
Yeah, he's
Paul.
pretty. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Terry Rozier, what do you got for us? Chanel.
Classic, comfy.
Yeah.
Fancy.
It's probably freezing in Boston
Yeah, it's
still.
freezing. He's not playing. He's
Still
just being,
freezing.
he's just-
Actually,
he's
it's funny.
comfortable.
I was watching people on Twitter talking about the draft last night. People had on, it was like 29
Earmuffs?
degrees outside last night in
Where was
Detroit.
it? Detroit. Oh.
I'm a comfort guy. I like
Yeah,
this
I don't
fit.
mind this.
I'm a
Same
comfort
taste.
guy.
I mean, we're all wearing sweats. You're not even wearing pants, but Lou and I are wearing sweats every single day. Jaylen Brown, bring it up. Let's go. Yeah.
Power to the people.
No, no.
No. What's wrong with it? It's
It's
simple.
just not for me.
It's just an outfit with a little jacket on top.
It's just not for me.
Is it too urban?
What's that mean? It's always got to be race with Lewis.
Oh,
You
now I
too.
can't say a race joke.
He called himself a black cowboy 5 seconds ago. Like, what do you want?
Too far, too soon. Not okay with it.
James Johnson.
But yes, it's way too urban.
It's not.
Whoa, this is not too urban. It looks like a little preppy. Look like.
I ain't saying nothing. That's
Saved by
James
the Bell.
Johnson. You ain't gonna kick me in
Oh, I
my
thought it was
face.
Miles
That's a
Turner.
great point.
Yeah, he'll beat us up for saying
Yeah.
anything bad.
Nah, they
It
want
is
my
awesome.
gold. Nah, man.
A little cute tie. It's a lot.
rolling.
It's just like it's
yeah.
you know what? It's
A little
on
preppy.
purpose. Yeah, it's preppy on purpose. There was effort that went into that. And that's the other thing too, is like you guys bring it up that he's like a black belt. You can wear whatever you want if you're a black belt.
Yeah,
Literally.
Say something.
I agree.
Dude, just say anything.
Look, don't even look at it.
See what happens. Paul George, I could do these for like an hour. What in the hell
Nah, P.
am I looking at?
Fit ain't nan, P.
He looks like he's going rafting.
It's just, yeah, it just looks,
He's a fisher. So maybe that's what he's going for.
Did you say Fisher?
He's a fisherman.
Did you say Fisher, though, at first?
I said fisherman.
Did you say
Run the tapes back. I'd rather him just wear like the team issued jumpsuit than this.
I would, honestly, yes.
Like,
Yeah, because they showed the Nuggets walking in last night and everybody was fancy, and then I think Christian Brown was just like sweat.
If you're not going to try, don't try.
Yeah, because you're trying.
You're trying.
Interesting.
But no.
Interesting. God, I love those. We are going to take a quick break here. Michael Bolling
that's it.
helps us get rich when we come back.
Just warming up.
There's more.
What's Michael wear? Let's get his fit when he gets out there.
Yeah, Michael, fit or break. Let's do it. We'll be back. Woo! Yes, there he is. Fit or break, Michael Bolling, BR Betting. Okay, you look fine.
Cozy.
Cozy,
Friday
comfortable.
morning.
We like Friday
morning.
morning. It's cash. I like it. Okay, we're gonna chew on some games, as the kids say. Clippers.
Nobody says that.
Nobody says that.
Nobody says that.
This one's tied up at 1 apiece. We know that Mavericks took game 2. Blah blah blah. Which side are you on, Michael?
I'm going with the Mavs tonight. I think they figured some stuff out in game 2. They're playing at home. I know that first game really hurt them.
What did they figure out? What did they figure out?
Fight.
Smart man,
They
Michael.
figured out that they have 2 of the best players in the series, and they showed up. They didn't play a bad first half like they did in game 1. They played a really solid game. I think Luka goes off tonight, and I also think the interior guys are going to have a better game. So the Daniel Gaffords of the world are going to make a difference tonight, and I think the Clippers will cover the spread. Now, the over-under, I think this is going to be a really, slog it out kind of game. So I'm worried about going over. I think it's probably lean under, but I like the Mavs tonight.
I agree. I think this game it could get ugly. I think at home, the Mavs are so much better. It's a shooter's gym. They have nobody to guard Luka Doncic, and if they do decide to double team him, they got the best ISO player in the NBA on the other side, Kyrie Irving, who also they have no one to guard. So I love the Mavericks in this game. The 4.5 is that's a little bit of a stretch for me.
You think that's too much?
I'd go Mavs money line, or I almost would take the points with the Clippers.
That's
but
fair.
I think the Mavs win this game.
Oh, Lou.
I like the Clippers, duh.
Obviously.
You're just sticking to your guns.
No, I like the Clippers.
You're stubborn.
I picked the Clippers to come out of the West, so why would I pick the Mavericks, right? So Mike says he likes the fact that they got two of the best players in the series. I think the Clippers got the other 2 in Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. If they don't show up, they got another guy named James Harden. If he doesn't show up, they got a guy named Russell Westbrook coming off the bench with a Norman Powell. And we're talking about the interior. We like Ivica Zubac, Zucci Mane, Zupac.
He was almost out of the league a couple of years ago, I heard.
And look at this story. So an amazing, triumphant story. So I still like the Clippers on the road. I think they'll get one of these and get back home.
I would be upset if you guys even varied off from what you've been originally saying. Like if you said Mavericks tonight, it would upset me.
Tonight.
Yeah, it would have upset me, and I'm glad you stuck to your guns on that one. All right, Timberwolves. I don't know. Michael, this one's a weird series. What do you have?
We might all agree on this.
This one's interesting.
4.5, though? Where are they getting these spreads, Mike?
Let's see if we
This
all
is a
agree on
weird
this
series. Listen, I've been digging into the numbers a little too much, and my head is telling me the Timberwolves are going to dominate this game, but I'm going to go with the Suns, man. They got 3 guys that should have enough pride to not get blown out on their home floor.
Keep saying that.
I'm throwing out the numbers. I'm just like, these guys got to show up tonight, so I'm taking the Suns.
We've been saying that for 2 months, Mike.
I mean, we do believe it.
I know
it, bro.
It has to happen.
And I'm taking the over. This game's flying over. They're going to score a ton of points tonight.
With over 207, that's pretty low.
I like that.
It's low.
Yeah.
And now it's 208. I'm looking at it now, so it's going in our direction. I'll take the over.
I will say, all year long, we've been waiting on this big 3, this offensive juggernaut. They're so good. How do you guard them all? But they're playing the best defense in the NBA. They're playing one of the best defenses of all time, and they're playing the defensive player of the year. So that, to me, is a little scary. But 207, I agree with Michael. I think it's going to go over that. I think just at the pace they play. And I think Kevin Durant has got to just be
this is a grind-out game. Huh?
Kevin Durant, be the best player on the floor. Be the best player on the floor. Go get 40 tonight, and you really will have a chance to win this game.
That sounds amazing, but then we have Anthony Edwards on the other side of that ball, and he's going to have a lot to say about it.
But they have to win tonight. Right? That's it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You have to win this game.
This is a make-or-break game.
So wait, do you have Phoenix win?
I do not. I have the Timberwolves.
What a weird time.
I would do Kevin Durant over points, and I would do the over in the game. I wouldn't even bet on the game. Who knows?
But what does your gut tell you?
Timberwolves.
God, what has happened here? You know what, Michael? I'm with you. I'm a sucker. I keep thinking this is the game where all of it clicks. And I'm going to do it again today and see what happens. But probably wrong. Okay, well, we're going to do the every week we put together the same game parlay where you guys get one and Michael gets a couple. We start with Michael's. What do you have for us?
I like this.
All right, so I got 2 picks, both bigs. First, I'm going to start with Cat over 15 plus points. He ran into foul trouble last game. I think he's probably going to start fast. He could get 15 in 1/2. That would be bad for my Phoenix Suns full game bet, but he's going to have 15. And then I'm taking Yusuf Nurkic to have over 2.5 assists. He's actually cleared this in 9 of his last 10 games. So not a stat that you really think about when you're thinking about big Nurks. So I'll take those 2 picks, and I know you guys got some fire as well. So
I like this.
I like both of those, honestly. I really do. Well, I'm going Kevin Durant because it's at home. Their season's on the line. He's the best player on the floor every time he plays. So I like him going over 25.5. I think he gets it early. It's crazy that Towns, that's not his actual point spread, is it, Michael, that you're just saying?
No,
I was going to say, wow, that is
17.5, so I went down a little bit. But
yeah, I love all those. What do you got?
I like Rudy Gobert, 2+ blocks in this game.
Okay.
You know, when you're under that rim, you can get 2 blocks in one possession if it goes right. By accident. Probably going to be the defensive player of the year. He can go out and get 3 blocks for the money. So I like Rudy Gobert protecting the rim. 2+ blocks.
58. That's not a bad one.
Yeah.
Sure wish I could make a bet on it.
I wish I could actually bet this.
I'll put it in for you guys.
Yeah,
Just
there you go.
hit me on the side. I got you.
That's a good point. I got to get the whole Venmo thing going. I'm old, Michael. I'm old. I'll send you a check. We appreciate the time. Shut up, Chandler. Have a great weekend. We have, what do we have, 90 seconds left?
I actually want to bet that parlay.
That was a good one.
I feel really good.
I think we're on to something.
I'll text some people, make some things happen, put some
move some things around.
Appreciate it, Mike.
Okay, we are down to the nitty-gritty.
What's happening?
Stagecoach. Is it really? Because I'm going to be waiting for Instagram stories and stuff. That's my whole life.
Chandler gets me
He's
passes.
getting you.
You keep saying that. And you're deflecting. You don't want to.
But I've also said your credit is good. Your name is straight.
That's
Anytime
true.
I've asked you for something, you have delivered. I trust Chandler in delivering. It's something that I would like to experience, especially with my old buddy, old pal here.
Here's the thing.
Oh, God.
And I'm rolling.
I'm scared.
Morgan Whalen.
Wallen.
Whatever.
It's going to be a lot.
He's functioning.
Would you come Saturday?
We let the liquor talk.
If we're lucky, he'll throw a chair.
Yeah.
I know what's going on.
If we're lucky, he'll throw a chair.
Yeah, what a hero.
Throw 2 chairs.
If you come Saturday, Beyonce, Post Malone.
Which one are you going to?
I'm going Saturday and Sunday.
Of course.
I'm going Saturday and Sunday.
I get in like 5 o'clock. I'm going to Vegas today. Palm Springs tomorrow.
When do you sleep?
He doesn't sleep.
I don't.
That's why
I burn the candle up.
And that's why you look like 20 years older than
Correct.
you are. That's
Exactly.
weird to me. That's awkward and yeah. I'm excited for you
What
guys.
are you doing this weekend?
I'm going to read a book, perhaps.
Oh.
I'm going to get a facial on set. Shut up. A real one. I don't want to.
What is that?
We almost made it. We almost made it.
You just make
He was going to say it before me anyways.
It's just uncalled for. It's inappropriate. It's a goddamn family network.
Is it? Have a great weekend, everybody.
Enjoy your
We'll see you
facial,
on Monday.
Michelle.
Run it up, run it back, run it up.